Hey, how's it going, James? It's going pretty well. I think I'm going to release. I keep saying this. I keep saying that I'm going to release the demo today, but I think it's finally going to be today. I'm actually working on um, just finishing this chapter. Well, actually, the chapter's done. I want to make sure that we enter the credit scene correctly, and then I'm going to just export it. And then after I'm done uh, releasing the demo, I'm still going to be working on the game. I just want to make sure that this version works before I start rearranging all of these rooms here. How old am I? I am in my early 20s. Alright, we just crashed. I think it's because we loaded the scene. So what I think we're gonna do instead is preload it. Honestly, what we should do is preload it once we've entered the new world, but I'll just do it this way for now. Oh, another thing we want to make sure of is in our level manager. Let's just do that. Alright, so it looks like the same exact scene, but this should take us to the credit scene, and it doesn't. Cannot convert object from object to string. Um, Get tree, change scene. Oh wait, I don't think we need to add this. And I don't think we need to preload it either. It'll just change the scene. I forgot about that. There we go. Okay, so we technically beat the game. Everything is working perfectly. I'm gonna make one adjustment to this room right here. Right, and I think that should be it. So let's put our players back at their spawn. I'll play test the game once, just to make sure we don't have any bugs, and then I'll release the demo. Hey, how's it going, Sparky? Let's play test through this real quick, and then we'll release the demo. It's going pretty good, pretty good. I'm just going to. I want to work on the game some more, but I do want to release another demo really quick. So I'm going to do that first. I'm just play testing to make sure everything is good, and then we're gonna release it. And you'll also see how long it takes for me to beat the game. Right now we're at 1 minute and 14 seconds. I'll try to speed run it. Nice. Yeah, if you, if you already know what you want to work on, that's great. But if you'd like to update the furniture to make it, I was just thinking about this. I think we kind of talked about it, but if you could try to make the furniture look more cute, or like just cleaner, like less jagged, that'd be awesome, man. Like more, I guess more simple, if that makes sense. And some variation would be cool too. Thank you. Oh, we're at 2 minutes. I think we could beat the game. Oh, our raycasts didn't respawn here for some reason. You know what I think it was though? I think it's because I paused right as I died. We'll have to check out what's going on there. Oh no, keep doing the same thing. Maybe we want to move those tiles one tile forward. Where are we at? 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I think we could beat the whole game in 8 minutes. We'll see. that's from oh no, there's like a spawn right there, but we need to I think that's one thing that we'll need to fix is how the spawns work, because at the moment it's a hitbox. So if you miss the hitbox, you won't get that respawn. Oh my god. So I'm thinking, after we fully polish the first chapter, I might start either working on... Yeah, I think we'll want to work on polishing this chapter as well. But we'll see. It would be nice to polish this chapter for the for the Kickstarter, just because I think it's a unique mechanic, and I think it'd be fun for people to experience. Oh, I just realized I just did that. You know, we're getting a hitbox issue right here. Probably want to figure out what's going on there. It seems to be kind of random. But I think what I'll do is I'll just disable the player's hitbox, or we'll have to see what's going on there. Although I think it only happens when we press pause mid jump. I'm gonna actually check it out one more time. Yeah, it's when we pause. which is very strange. Try one more time. No, it's not from us pausing. It's there's something else going on there. Oh no, we died right there. Okay. There we go. 10 minutes and 49 seconds. Alright. Let's see if we could figure out what this, what we could do. Is we'll expose our collision shapes here. Let's bring ourselves back to World 2 real quick. No, I haven't gotten that bug anymore where our editor doesn't move objects. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but it might have been because I had the Steam version of Godot installed. I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with the Steam version that caused us to react that way. I don't know. So pausing doesn't really... Didn't die there. Let's try it again. I think we're lagging a bunch because we're displaying all of these tiles here. Yeah, it's like super laggy. Just have to see what's going on with the hitbox. Can't even catch it. Okay, so I pause it, run it again. We don't die. What is strange though is that our hitbox, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna hide the hitbox of this square here. So that's our teleporter node. Hey, how's it going, King of Sponges? It's always good to see other Godot devs. Alright, so let's hide this. Let's see if our hitbox does. So it doesn't even look like we have a hitbox. What I assume is happening though is right now you'll see that it's gray. There must be some times where it's blue, and we also don't reset the player's position sometimes. Like, I think what happens is if you spawn or if you connect to it like on the side, we just catch it by the corner. Yeah, okay. So what I think is happening is we're not resetting the player's position. So right now we're gonna get through, but if you catch it from like the right side, let's do this. Let's look at our player code real quick. Because we do have a hitbox for our player, I believe, when we are in the teleport state. Ball hitbox set for disabled is balls. But is there anything that manipulates our player's position? I don't think so. So what we should do here is when we do enter the teleport state, we'll do global position is equal to. We have a reference to this ball. Alright, so there is a teleport orb variable here. Activate node, let's see, q3? No. Equals null. When we reset, and when we die, that's the only time teleport orb is set to null. So that means technically we still have the teleport orb, we still have a reference to our teleport orb even if we're done using it. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much, but what we want to do is when we enter the teleport state, we also want to grab the center. Yeah. So that should fix it. So yeah, we are getting a frame rate drop, but it's only because of the visible hitboxes right now. Once we disable those. And yeah, I think it does. Oh no, it doesn't. Our hitbox is still isn't consistent. And you can tell by that gray box. I think what we have is... Oh. I mean, what we could do is... Let's see here. See what happens while we're in teleport state. Hey, how's it going, Brianna? Okay, so what's funny is that in our teleport state, we already have our player following the teleport orb. So maybe what we'll want to do instead is, since this is not like, I guess something is going wrong with the physics here, or everything is just not syncing up correctly. What we could do is, instead of having our player manage the hitbox, we can have a hitbox for our teleporter, and if our teleporter hits something, we'll send a signal to our player saying, "Hey, the teleporter hit something. You should die." I think that's what we're gonna do. So what we're going to do here, let's view this. Yeah, this is our regular hitbox. We're going to add another hitbox. We'll call this damage hitbox. Circle. We'll do something like that, and that's what the player hitbox is, I believe. Let's see, all hitbox. So yeah, that's what our ball hitbox is. But yeah, the issue is that our center node isn't aligned. Yeah. This center node never aligns with the teleport center node, so we'll just have the teleporter handle it. So what we'll do now, I think what we'll do is we'll just get rid of this ball hitbox. Let me back everything up first. That's good to hear. Chapter. So what we'll do with our player is, when we collide with this hitbox, we're going to connect one of its signals to the player. So let's make a signal right now. Area entered. If area. Hey, how's it going, Blackboy? Let's do this. Signal. Kill player. And then over in our hitbox entered, we also want to make sure that we disconnect the signal once the player's jumped out, because technically our teleporter could hit a spike, but the player could like jump out right before. And so the orb, maybe we could do that. We could have it so that the orb kills itself too, if it hits a spike. Actually, no, we can't do that because sometimes you just want to avoid a spike, and the orb will go through and then you catch it later on. Now you're playing Age of Wonders. Nice, nice. I haven't played Age of Wonders. How is it? If it's anything like Age of Empires, you can already assume it's probably addicting. Let me see. On hitbox exited, if the body is equal to the player, we set hitbox monitorable to true. Okay. What we should do here is say that players exited the object here. So we'll say we do have this player on orb variable. I'm not sure if I use it though. Player on orb is true. We should do. We do have this player exited orb. Player. I had a weird way of checking for this. We could have literally just checked. Oh wait, but technically we could still be in the hitbox if we jump out. Maybe this is the best way. Player exited or player on orb. So we'll just do this. If player on orb, kill the player. Is it from the? Oh, I was mistaking Age of Wonders for one of the other games by that are similar to Age of Empire. Is it Age of Empire? Yeah, Age of Empires. There's they have this other version. Oh, Age of Mythology. That's what I was thinking of. Alright, so we kill the player here. We're gonna disable the player hitbox for now on his orb. Actually, we're just gonna delete it. We know it doesn't work how we intend for it. Delete vault hitbox. We're gonna get some some bugs right now, but let's just run it, see where they are. So that's that. And then we also want to make sure that we connect the signals here. So over in area hitbox entered for our teleporter. Technically, we don't we can't connect it once we enter it. We need to make sure that we activate it. So I'm going to put it in our activate node function instead. Teleporting true, teleport orb equals node dot get child. Okay. And we put this okay, what is slightly strange about this is that we need to make sure that we put this damage hitbox in our orb itself, not in the hitbox here. Huh. What's strange is that we have this hitbox following our orb, even though it's not a child of the orb itself, so it shouldn't be moving. I wonder how I did that. Oh, okay. So we keep making it follow the orb's position, but for this one, we could honestly just put it as a child of our teleport orb right here. That should fix it. So area if area dot get type is equal to spike, emit signal kill player, and then over here we're gonna want to make sure. Let's just grab a reference to this. So let's say var damage hitbox equal to there we go. Damage hitbox equals that, and then over here in our player, I'm going to say self.connect kill player with self, and we're gonna run. I don't think we actually have a hurt player, so we might actually want to make one. So right now, I think what I do is whenever we collide with something, I just set our health to -1. Yeah, health minus. Okay, so we're just gonna make a function right here. We could replace all of this too, but for now, let's say func damage Oh. Take damage. Okay. Let's go back to activate node. Alright, that should be it. And then we also want to make sure that we disconnect. I've never actually disconnected a signal. Okay, so it's just as simple as running disconnect. For now, let's just see if it works. And if it works, I'll add the disconnect. I mean, we do have this double check here, so if the player isn't on the orb, it won't kill the player. But ideally, what we want to do is make sure, because technically the player could. Oh wait, no, they couldn't be. But yeah, we would want to make sure that we're not connecting to the player anymore. So let's go back into our main scene here. Area.getParent.type is equal to player. Oh. Not yet. We could also write just type, but I like to write .get type in case an area that we collide with doesn't have a type. We don't bug out. What is this? Okay, so now that we don't have a hitbox there, we'll have to make sure that our orb is detecting that. Yeah. Oh, he didn't die just yet. Glad you like it. I found it on itch. Yeah, I thought it looked cool. It's kind of like just me messing around, but it does. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. I might keep it. So we aren't killing the player just yet. Let's see what's going on there. Let's get rid of some of these. Print statements. What is printing true here? Forward check. So first, let's see if we're colliding with this. Print. Players on orb kill player. Run it again. So it says area has connected, but it doesn't say that we've connected to a spike. So what are we colliding with? You know why? Because this should be area.getParent. And there we go. Ideally, what we'll want to do is actually have this new hitbox handle all collisions, but for now, oh, it hasn't. It still doesn't work. If area.getParent.getType is equal to spike. We are getting area connected. But it doesn't seem to be a spike at the moment. It is a spike. So why is it not? Oh, we have it saved as an enemy, not as a spike. Very clever. Area connected to spike. So it is colliding with the spike now. And the next issue is if, let's see if we're connecting to the orb, our player orb. I think the issue might be with sending the signal. I just want to narrow it down really quick. Yeah, player is on orb. Okay. So it has to do with emitting the signal. Go back into player here. So on activate node, teleport orb.connect, kill player to ourselves, and running take damage. So player on orb and spike. So yeah, it's an issue with our with our signal here. Kill player. Okay, so the teleport orb is actually a child of this node, not the script itself. So what we'll do here is we'll actually write node instead. And I think there we go. Still died the same. Another thing we could do is set some sort of delay for the. Oh my god, the frame rate is crazy when we have this physical collision shakes. Yeah, it does work now. And I think that's the only bug that we have at the moment. Yeah, so what I would like to do as well is add some sort of delay before we can take damage, so like 0.1 seconds, in case the player decides that they want to jump into the orb like last second. You don't want to punish them in case if it was just like try to show an example. Like if the orb is like right here and the player jumps into it, because our collision box is so big, you could technically connect to it like, I mean, there is a lot of there is a lot of space. Like if you were to collide with it right here, I think that's kind of like the player's fault, but I also don't want to punish the player. I don't want it to seem like it's unresponsive, so we are going to add some sort of delay there. It should be almost impossible to like die if you're trying to avoid the spikes. It's really only, this is the only spot where it's like sort of dangerous, is when you first try to collide with it, but over here it's fine. And that's assuming that the ball is going this way, so we're heading in this direction, then it goes straight up. As it's going straight up, where does it go? Does it go down? Can't tell. I think it goes. Oh yeah, it does go from here to here. Okay, so jump from here to here. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Let's move our player back. We're gonna export this. You know what I think? If Sparky is still here, we're probably going to make this chapter the library chapter. I think it would look really cool to just have a dedicated room for it, or a dedicated area for it. And so the first chapter is just going to be, you know, the living area / storage area. And then from the library, we could probably do something like the garden. I think that would be pretty cool. Oh, the teleport orbs could also look really good for a garden type of art. There's so many options. Let's move our player back. World 1, World 2, and we are set. Another cool thing that I want to do, like to introduce the player to the world, is we're going to have like some sort of scene that goes on here. This is actually going to be the first scene. The player might like fall in from the sky, land on the ground, be a whole storage area with boxes and stuff, and then the player, you know, presses onward. Alright, let's export this for PC. For now, I'm going to No export. Okay. We're gonna have to download 3.4 stable. Wonder why it's not there anymore. I guess because we downloaded 3.5. This might take a minute. That's available. Did we install it already? It says. I assume it's already installed. Yep, okay. Export project. We're gonna call this Afterlife Demo 1.2.1. I don't know how people determine like numbering their versions. Project resource Oh, so I think this RC edit is for editing the icon, if I'm not mistaken. It's not a big deal right now. Let's see. Alright, so this is the executable file itself. Credit scenes should work as usual. Gonna run through this real quick. Let's see, controls works fine. Edit the effects. Music works fine. Effects. Mute music for now. Debug. Awesome. really don't want to play test through all of this, but you know what I'll do? I'm just gonna export this to itch right now, and then from there I'll play test it. So, knowing me, I get paranoid that something went wrong with posting it on itch. So we'll do that first, and then we'll play test. But honestly, it should be fine. The only issue that I've ever had with exporting files is sometimes we'll get, if we didn't capitalize like certain resources, or they just don't match the file name, that's when we'll get a crash. But usually it doesn't happen, or usually I don't make that kind of mistake. But you always make mistakes. So I'll share my window for now. So yeah, this is the itch page. Let's upload a file here. We could rename this to old version. I wish I kept some of my really old versions on itch, just to see how we've like developed over the years. I might have it somewhere on my computer or like on GitHub. I remember looking at like some of my super old videos, and I was like, damn. I remember thinking like my game looked good there. Yeah, here we go. This is what Afterlife makes it look like. What's funny is that I was so like, I mean, you should always be impressed with the work that you make, but it's just funny looking back at it now. And this was like probably, I want to say like 2 to 3 weeks into development, this is what it progressed into. And then we still have those chains in our game. That's probably like the only thing that we've kept so far. Oh, and the windows. Technically, we still have the same windows. Alright. We're done. Yep. Let's move. This is for Windows. Let's push this up. one slight bug. I don't think it's in our game, but one potential for like a bug is with me naming some of the files. Like whenever we delete a room, we're grabbing the file path of our game, and sometimes when you add a new scene to Godot, like to a main scene, the name doesn't like the name in the game or in the main scene doesn't necessarily match the path file names. And how I grab the path file name is by grabbing the main scene name. So like let's say room 1, like room 52 might be named room 53, and so if we try to grab a reference of room 53, it'll grab room 53 instead of room 52. That's the only bug that I think we might have, or like that's the biggest mistake I usually make. You don't really pay attention to that. So here's our game. Full screen it. And we have menus working, controls, menu. Everything looks good. You know, I probably won't play test through all of this. We're getting consistent 60. Oh, you guys can't see it. Honestly, I don't feel like playtesting for all this. I'm fairly confident it worked. So I'm just going to. I think I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'll start again maybe like in a few hours. But yeah, thanks for watching.